NASA discovered a strange object in deep space. It looks like a snowman, but it's over 4 billion years old. Now think about that for a second. This object existed before Earth was even fully formed, and somehow it has remained almost completely unchanged for billions of years. But how is that even possible? Meet Arrokoth, once called Mu-69, a mysterious object drifting far beyond Pluto, in a dark and frozen region known as the Kuiper Belt. This is not just another space rock. This is a time capsule from the birth of our solar system. Most objects we see today have gone through violent collisions, extreme heat, and constant change. But Arrokoth, it survived, untouched, frozen in time, for over 4 billion years. And that raises a terrifying question. What else is hiding out there? In the dark in 2019, NASA's spacecraft New Horizons was already billions of miles away from Earth. After its historic mission at Pluto, it kept going deeper into space, into a region no spacecraft had ever explored before. Everything was uncertain. Scientists didn't know what they would find, or if they would find anything at all. Then suddenly, a small, faint object appeared in the distance. As the spacecraft got closer, it started sending back images. At first, they were blurry, unclear, but slowly, the shape began to reveal itself. And what scientists saw next completely shocked them. Arrokoth didn't look like anything we had seen before. It wasn't round like a planet. It wasn't irregular like most asteroids. Instead, it looked like two separate objects, perfectly joined together, almost like a snowman, floating in space. But this wasn't random. Scientists believe that billions of years ago, two small objects slowly drifted toward each other, not at high speed, not in a violent crash, but gently, so gently, that they merged without breaking apart. This process is called a contact binary, and it changes everything we thought we knew about how objects form in space. Here's where things get even more unbelievable. Arrokoth is over 4 billion years old. That means it formed at the very beginning of our solar system. Back then, everything was chaotic. Dust, gas, and debris were constantly colliding, forming planets, moons, and everything we see today. Earth itself went through violent changes, massive impacts, extreme heat, but Arrokoth didn't. It stayed far away, in the cold outer edges of the solar system, where nothing disturbed it. No major collisions, no intense heat, just silence and darkness. Which is why today, it remains almost exactly the same as it was billions of years ago. Its structure suggests that planet formation may have been much more gentle than we once believed. But many mysteries still remain. What is it truly made of? Why did it form this way? And most importantly, how many more objects like this are still waiting to be discovered? Now imagine this. You are standing on the surface of Arrokoth, a world so distant, it almost doesn't feel real. There is no air, no sound, no movement, just endless silence. A silence so deep, it feels like the universe itself has stopped breathing. The ground beneath you is frozen solid, hard, ancient, untouched. Every step you take feels like walking on something that has existed since the birth of the solar system itself. No wind touches this land. No storms have ever shaped it. It has remained exactly the same. Above you, the sun appears as nothing more than a tiny glowing dot, so far away that its warmth never reaches you. Here, sunlight doesn't feel alive. It feels distant, weak, almost forgotten. Time itself feels different here because nothing changes. No days, no nights, the way we know them. For billions of years, this world has stayed frozen in time, like a perfectly preserved memory from the very beginning of everything. And yet, this silent world was not always known to us. In 2019, New Horizons became the first human-made object to ever witness Arrokoth up close. As it passed by, it revealed something unexpected, a strange, snowman-like shape. Two worlds, gently merged into one. Scientists believe Arrokoth is one of the most ancient objects ever discovered, untouched, unchanged, a frozen piece of history, holding secrets from the time when planets were just beginning to form. It doesn't feel like our solar system. It feels completely alien, like you're standing inside a story that was never meant to be seen. Arrokoth is just one object in a vast ocean of unknown worlds, floating in the darkness beyond Pluto. If something this strange can exist so quietly, so far away, then one thing is certain: we have barely scratched the surface of what's really out there, and the next discovery might be even more unbelievable. This is one of the most distant objects ever explored, a frozen relic from the birth of our solar system. But what is it actually made of? The panels you're seeing combine visibly in the left. We see Arrokoth's actual surface smooth, lightly cratered, and reddish in color. In the center, a lower resolution infrared image reveals how the object reflects different wavelengths of light. On the right, the graph shows reflectance versus wavelength. This is where composition is decoded. The spectrum shows a steady increase in reflectance toward longer wavelengths, a signature of complex organic materials known as tholins. These compounds form when simple molecules are exposed to radiation over long periods. They are responsible for Arrokoth's reddish appearance. In addition, subtle absorption features point to water ice HO, methanol CHO. This combination suggests a mixture of primitive ices and organic compounds, materials that date back to the earliest stages of planetary formation. MIVIC, which captures visible color data, and LISA, which measures infrared spectra. Together, they allow scientists to identify specific based on how they interact with light. What makes Arrokoth special is how unchanged it is. Unlike planets or moons, it hasn't experienced major heating, collisions, or geological activity. That means its composition is nearly identical to what existed 4.5 billion years ago. So this isn't just a distant object. It's a preserved sample of the building blocks that formed our solar system, and we're only just beginning to understand it. Before you go, hit subscribe, because we're just getting started. From ancient objects like Arrokoth to giants like Jupiter, this channel is all about exploring the craziest secrets of our solar system. And trust me, Jupiter is something you don't want to miss. Storms bigger than Earth, mysteries deeper than we understand. So tap into the next video on Jupiter right now, because space isn't just big, it's unbelievable.